What has been in the past very well may be also again in the future. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, Day 3 of Bashalach. Let's go into chapter number 15, where there is, in the opening lines, a hidden gem for us. In the Scriptures translations, we read, Then Moshe and the children of Israel sang this song to Yahweh and spoke, saying, I sing to Yahweh, for he is highly exalted. The horse and its rider he is thrown into the sea. The word for sing here is yashir. The interesting part of the nugget, if you will, is the verb tense. In the Stone Edition Chumash, we read this commentary. The Torah uses the future tense, yashir, will sing. In the plain sense, the term means that upon seeing the miracle, Moses and the people decided that they would sing. From this use of the future tense, the sages derive a midrashic allusion to the principle that God will bring the dead back to life in Messianic times, and then they will sing God's praises once again. And the source of that is Rashi. Interesting. So, according to the grammatical rules of Hebrew, the verb tense is not present, but future. What this says to us is that while this may very well have been a past event, it seems to be encouraged to believe that Moshe and the people danced and sang, having seen Pharaoh and his Mitzrayite army drowned in the sea. They're on the other side. They're realizing we're not going back, we're going forward. Pharaoh and his threatening army are defeated. We're free. That moment where they finally realize we're free. We're not attached to Mitzrayim any longer. The thrill of that moment, when they realize we have our future in front of us, we have a destiny in front of us, we have Moshe to lead us, and this thing actually worked. All the plagues, all the years of suffering, the generations of servitude and slavery, the miraculous opening of the waves, we came across on dry ground. Pharaoh and his army are no more. They have to be ecstatic and overwhelmed at the sudden realization there's nobody to put us in chains any longer. Our Elohim is for us. The prophecies to our forefathers are coming to pass right before our eyes. This is going to work. As they danced and as they sang, as they celebrated the victory that they had just achieved, the Torah is telling us this will happen again. Now, Rashi says that, it's bringing back the dead to life, and they will one more time sing this song. That is indeed the resurrection. The resurrection is also a word that describes what's just happened to Israel. That is that they have just been resurrected out of the death spiral of Mitzrayim and brought into the life again spiral, or escalation or ascension, going back home to Eretz Israel, the land of Israel. There is coming a literal, physical, overwhelming world event called the resurrection, where once more the dead will be brought back to life. This is by the power of the resurrection, Yeshua, the Messiah. He said, I am the resurrection. But it's even more than that. Not only is the resurrection that event where the dead are living again, the resurrection also can refer to those that have been in exile strewn and scattered the world over, brought up out of the lands of their servitude, the lands of their escape, the lands of their exile, and brought back home to Israel from the four corners of the earth. Imagine this. When that happens, there is going to be a celebration and a rejoicing and singing about how our adversaries have been destroyed. Now, as I look at this, I immediately am drawn to Revelation chapter number 15, and I'll flip there. And the way that this chapter begins, Yochanan says, "And I saw another sign in the heaven, great and marvelous, 7 messengers having the 7 last plagues, for the wrath of Elohim was ended in them. And I saw like a sea of glass mixed with fire, and those overcoming the beast and his image and his mark and the number of his name, standing on the sea of glass, holding harps of Elohim, and they sing the song of Moshe, the servant of Elohim, and the song of the Lamb." And then following are the words to a famous messianic song, the song of Moses, "Great and marvelous are you, O Yah, O King of the saints," etc. The result of this is in verse number 5, that the dwelling place of the tent of witness in the heaven was opened. 7 messengers appear. One of the 4 creatures comes and gives to them bowls of Yah's wrath, that is to end the days of judgment. And the glory of Elohim so fills this dwelling place that is revealed that none can stand in him. Well, this reminds us of several instances within the drama, the episodes of the Torah of Israel's deliverance. First of all, we find that judgment is poured out. And as the wrath of Elohim was poured out upon Pharaoh and his army at the water to deliver Israel, so now these bowls of wrath. Now, if it's in a bowl, it's something to be poured out. So the earth is going to go through these devastating plagues, breaking its power, breaking their places of authority, to ultimately liberate Yah's people. Then it says that the dwelling place is revealed. The end result of these bowls being poured out and Yah's people being delivered from their exiles and brought home is that the house of Elohim will be established again on Mount Zion, and the glory of Elohim is going to fill it. It's a great reason to sing and to rejoice. My friend, Yah is teaching us and showing us that he has great and mighty power to deliver us in all situations. Maybe you're not needing a sea of reeds to split for you so you can walk on dry ground across. Maybe you're just needing a deliverance from a financial dilemma, a physical trauma, a relational issue, something on the inside of you. Yah has the power to deliver us. Yah will be willing to judge your adversaries, to bring you relief. But we're not talking about mere relief here. This past Shabbat, as we discussed this Torah portion, it is understood in our discussion that we shouldn't just ask for mere relief. We need deliverance. We don't want our situations to just be better. We want them to be resolved. We want complete and total freedom. May Yah grant you a breaking of the powers that stand against you to the extent that you stand on the other side of their threats, dance, celebrate, and sing the song of the Lamb, rejoicing that you've been resurrected from that which has stood against you. Until tomorrow, shalom.